So sometimes in card magic, the simplest things, well, actually all the time in card magic, the simplest things are the most effective things. The most powerful things you can do for a lay audience are the most simplest, most basic things in card magic. I don't know why this is. People are just simple beings. Maybe that's the reason why. You could do the most complex sleight of hand heavy routine for a lay audience, and it might clap. Oh, that was impressive. That was good. But I'm telling you right now, you do a simple thing with like a key card and something like that, or a simple card change in their hand. It's the most amazing thing they've ever seen. In today's video, I want to show you a really simple trick you can do anytime, anywhere that's going to completely blow the socks off anybody you show it to. Of course, a layman, a magician will see right through it, and you will too watching this if you're a magician, but I assure you, this trick and simple tricks like this are the best things you can do for a lay audience. Let's get into it. Alright, so I will perform this as if I have a person here, and then I'll teach it to you. So just imagine I have a person here, and we'll get this thing going, alright? So it might go something like this. I want you to try to find a lucky card, a card that is going to become lucky for you for the rest of your life, alright? Here's how you do it. What you do is you dig deep, like digging for diamonds, alright? So I want you to cut off a bunch of cards, but leave a few behind on the table. So they do that. Now what they do is they cut a few off of here and put them on top of there. Now what they do is they dig even deeper, but they cut about half of these and then look at the card they cut to. In this case, it'll be that card right there. Just remember that card. All right, and they put it back on top of there. They shuffle the rest of these if they want to and put the rest on top. Now the reason why I had you do that is, like I said, the best way to find good things, in this case a lucky card, is to dig deep like you're trying to find diamonds in the rough, okay? So now, I want to find your lucky card, but in order to do that, I might need some luck myself. So what I'll do is I'll take out my lucky card, which happens to be the Ace of Diamonds, alright? So I'll get the Ace of Diamonds out, and what I want you to do with this Ace of Diamonds is just to hold out your hand like this, and just hold on to it for a second, and make sure I can't get to it until the very end. I'll use my lucky card to try to find your lucky card. Now watch. Just focus on your card for a minute. Let me get some luck off my card, some energy off my lucky card here. Alright, see, don't tell me what it is, but I think I've got it. Oh yeah, I've got it first. Now what I'll do is I will try to, with one hand behind my back, turn your card, your lucky card, the other way from the rest of the cards with one hand behind my back. Check this out. Yeah, there it is right there. I believe I got your lucky card. There should be one card reversed in the center of the deck right about there. For the first time, what was your lucky card? Oh, well that's weird. I've got my lucky card right here, which was under your hand a minute ago. So what do you have under your hand? You guessed it, your very own lucky card. Okay, so like I said, this trick is very, very simple in construction, and how to do it. The technique and the method is very, very simple. However, it leaves a powerful impact on the spectator, because you get a card changing in their hand, you get a card reversed in its card location, and it's all these things combined is a very, very powerful trick. And it's so simple to do. All it is a basic key card placement and a double lift. If you can do those two things, then you're ready to go. But the presentation is really what sells it, okay? So here's your setup, and one of the reasons why I want to teach you this trick is because this key card placement is so good and so convincing, because they're cutting like 3 or 4 times, or giving it like a shuffle, and you still manage to find their card. But their card is, there's a lot going on in this trick, and all of it is good. So you want to get a lucky card. That's going to be your lucky card. I use the Ace of Diamonds because it fits into the pattern of you find a lucky card by digging deep for diamonds and all that kind of stuff, right? So of course, sort of makes sense. But also, using the Ace of Diamonds is an easy card to remember for yourself, and it makes sense that your card would be a card like the Ace of Diamonds, right? Because if it was something like the 9 of Clubs or the 5 of Clubs here, it really wouldn't make much sense why that would be your lucky card. So using a card like an Ace of Diamonds, it makes a little bit more sense. So your lucky card, Ace of Diamonds, is on top of the deck. Now, you start by shuffling the deck and giving, or just keeping the card on top with, just retaining it on top. They were doing some shuffles. Now you ask them if they have a lucky card, or if they want to try to find their lucky card that will become their lucky card forever. And this is how you do it. So you instruct them to do a couple things. You put the deck on the table. Now you ask them to find your lucky card. We've got to dig deep like we're digging for diamonds, okay? So I love that line. Now you ask them to lift a bunch of cards from the table off the top, but leave a few behind, and so they'll do that. And now I'll leave this card face up so we can follow it, okay? So this is what they're doing right now. They're holding this. Now you ask them to cut some of these down on top of there, and they'll do that. Now, when they do that, you ask them to lift about half of these and look at the card they cut to like this. Now, when they're holding these, you want to sort of mime what you want them to do. Say, cut about half of those and look at the card you cut to like this. That way they know what to do. So your simple action of miming this, tells them what to do without you having to be so, technically demanding with your instructions. Okay, so they'll know what to do with your miming instructions, just like this. Yeah, cut some cards, look at it just like this. So they'll do that like this, and they'll look at their card, which is the Queen of Clubs in this case. Now you ask them to put it back on top of there, which all they're doing here now is putting their card on top of your key card like this. And then you ask them to shuffle these, give these a mix, and put them back on top. Now they cut at least 3 times. They cut here, they cut here, they cut again, and shuffled. And so all these things combined, it really feels like there's no way you could find their card. I mean, sometimes for magicians, this could be fooling too, okay? It's one of my favorite key card placements. Now, you say, now in order to find, I'm going to try to find your lucky card. And as impossible as that may seem, it does seem impossible, so I'll try to use it. I'll try to find it using my lucky card to get some luck to try to find your lucky card. I'll take my lucky card, which is the Ace of Diamonds. Now, all you do here is go through, and when you see your Ace of Diamonds key card, which is right here reversed, you'll simply cut to the top of the deck, or yeah, you'll just cut all the cards that are above it in this case to the top. So, I'm sorry, no, don't do that. I made a mistake. When you see your Ace of Diamonds, you want to cut this so it's second from top, okay? So, you'll go through. Let me just back up. You'll go through, and as soon as you see your Ace of Diamonds, you'll cut the deck so it becomes second from the top. Okay, so just like this, you cut these all on over to here. So your key card is now a second from top, and the card directly beneath it will be, of course, their card. All right, so now you turn the deck over and simply do a double lift to show your Ace of Diamonds. All right, my Ace of Diamonds, you will hold on to the Ace of Diamonds and keep it safe. So keep it safe for me, okay? So they'll put their hand on top of it or sandwich like a pancake, whatever they want to do. All right, so they believe they're holding your card, the Ace of Diamonds, but really it's their card. Now, at this point, you can do whatever you want to do to reveal their card. But what I did in that performance is I just did an overhand shuffle reverse, which looks like this. I just said, look, focus on your card for a minute. All right, just focus on it. Don't tell me out loud. I might need some luck from my card here. And this is sort of reinforces that this is still a card, or this is still your card, Ace of Diamonds. I might need to channel some luck from my card. Okay, I think I've got it. What I'll try to do, let me just double check here. Oh yeah, I think I've got it for sure. But what I'll do is I'll try to go behind my back and try to find it in a very special way. And I've just done the overhand shuffle reverse, which all this is you do this. You just reverse it. All right, so what you do is you go through pretending you're trying to zone in or hone in on their card, right? And say, yeah, I've got it for sure. Now, when the deck is still messy, what you want to do is take it in a biddle grip like this and start an overhand shuffle by bringing it into position like this. But what you're going to do is take your fingers from underneath and side jog it like this. Now when you do this is of course hidden from the deck, but you're in that position. Now what happens here, I'll get into exposed view. What happens here is you turn the deck to overhand shuffle it, but you're just doing this. You're just sort of rotating that card with your fingers like this around that card. Okay, so that's just the cards are revolving around the deck as you begin the overhand shuffle like this. Okay, so you want to chop off that first block as you do that move. It happens immediately like this, so that stays hidden. All right, so once again, you're here, you're pretending to zone in on their card. Oh yeah, I've got it. Now you just go into it while the deck is still messy. Biddle grip handling, go like this with your fingers, revolving the deck, immediately going into the overhand shuffle like this. And this, don't be worried about this flashing because you're doing it casually, like this. and sort of looking at them as you're doing it, okay? So, but if you do want to hide it, of course, they can't see it from the deck shading hand area, right? So just turn your body a little bit and you'll be good to go. Now, when after you do that, of course, you'll want to centralize it. So you're blah, 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 blah. As soon as you do it, it'll still be on the bottom of the deck. So do an overhand shuffle again about halfway through and it'll be centralized just like this. So after you do that, put the deck behind your back and say, look, I'll try to find it with one hand. I'll try to reach in with one finger, turn your card upside down. Hey guys, so a quick comment about this trick that I just realized after I'm editing this video. You don't have to do that overhand shuffle reverse. There's a much simpler way to get it reversed behind your back because obviously the selection is going to be on top of the deck. So when you go behind there and you're like fiddling around, all you have to do is this, because it's on top, just simply push it over like this and revolve it around face up and then do a one-handed cut and it'll be reversed in the center. So there's no reason to do the shuffle reverse. You can do it if you want to, but since you're behind your back anyway, you can do all that. And they might even hear something, and that rustling around will, you know, signify that you're doing something, which is turning a card around, and so it'll make sense anyway. So yeah, that's a much simpler way to do it instead of the shuffle reverse. But still a good move, so, well, I still taught it. Yep, I think I've got it. And simply turn the deck face up when you come back out. Okay, so now because you want the revelation to be sort of delayed, right? So yeah, I think I got one card reversed in the center. Oh yeah, it's right there. For the first time, what was your card? They'll say Queen of Clubs. Ooh, wait, that's weird. That's my card, Ace of Diamonds, which is under your hand a minute ago. So what card do you have? There, lucky card.